Good morning, friends. Join me live this morning. It's December 17th, and we're going to talk about the breaking news that came out with respect to the Senate Parliamentarian's decision around Plan C. Okay, so as you come on, let me know who's watching and where you're watching from. I'm attorney Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York. Working with clients all over the world on complex immigration matters. Be sure to reach out to us at McBean Law at 516-866-3900 or at McBeanLaw.com. Okay, great. I see that you're on. Okay, friends, disappointing news. This is not going to be very long. We're going to talk about the decision by the Senate Parliamentarian in which she rejected the immigration proposal in the reconciliation language. And I see that you're joining. Thank you guys so much for being with me this morning. So Plan C, oh, by the way, before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe now and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my videos in the future. Plan C, friends, would have provided folks with a temporary lawful status, okay? 5-year temporary lawful status and the ability to work in the United States and travel freely out of the United States without the fear or threat of removal or deportation. That plan was also passed by the House just a few weeks ago, and it had been sitting on the Senate side for the past few weeks. We've been waiting for the decision from the Senate Parliamentarian with respect to this new plan, because this plan is different from the first two plans, which were pathways to citizenship, whereas this was just a temporary lawful status, right? So she rejected it. She rejected it last night. And I see that you guys are now expressing your disappointment, and I'm deeply disappointed as well. So we're going to talk about what the Democratic leadership is saying about this and what their next move will be. Okay, so let's go into my, let me just pull this up for you briefly, my little summary here, friends. Okay, so the Senate Parliamentarian struck down Plan C. And here's what she said. This is just a part of her argument in terms of why she rejected Plan C. She says that the provisions in the economic bill is not much different in its effect than the previous proposals we have considered. So she's basically saying they're very similar. The Plan C is very similar to the previous plans that she struck down, Plan A, Plan B. And she also says that these are substantial policy changes with lasting effects, just like those we previously considered, and outweigh the budgetary impact. Okay, so that's her conclusion. Now, the question is there a Plan D? Right? Is that where we're at now? Plan D? Well, yesterday, Senator Durbin was asked whether there is a Plan D and what they're going to do next. And he told reporters that, he's deeply disappointed in this ruling and we're considering what options remain. And I'm going to pull up the press release that he issued along with other Senate Democrats. I'll pull that up for you so that you could see the language for yourself. But he basically said that we're considering what options remain. But he doesn't think there's a Plan D for Democrats right now. Okay, he doesn't think there's a Plan D for Democrats right now. And so they're just trying to weigh and decide, well, what other options are available? But for some reason, they don't think a Plan D is available right now. And so let me pull up the joint press release here. I want to make sure that you guys can read this clearly. Okay, so this is the press release that Senators Durbin, Chuck Schumer, Menendez, and some others issued on the parliamentarian's opinion on immigration provisions in the Build Back Better Act. And here's what they have to say. We strongly disagree with the Senate parliamentarians' interpretation of our immigration proposal, and we will pursue every means to achieve a path to citizenship in the Build Back Better Act. Okay? We will pursue every means to achieve a path to citizenship in the Build Back Better Act. Throughout the entire reconciliation process, we have worked to ensure that immigration reform was not treated as an afterthought. The majority of Americans support our efforts to provide legal status for millions of undocumented immigrants in the United States because it would raise wages, create good-paying jobs, enrich our economy, and improve the lives of all Americans. Then they end it by saying the American people understand that fixing our broken immigration system is a moral and economic imperative, and we stand with the millions of immigrant families across the country who deserve better and for whom we will not stop fighting. So here you have the Democratic leadership saying that, you know, they're going to keep fighting, they're going to keep going, they're going to try to find a path to citizenship in the Build Back Better Act. But guys, you know, my question is this, you know, why didn't they just come straight out today and say, or yesterday, last night when this ruling came out, why didn't they just say, okay, we're going to, you know, we'll take her opinion under advisement. You know, we're going to consider it. But you know what? After considering it, well, not after considering it, but we're just not going to consider it, period. Okay, we're going to overrule it. We see things differently, and we're going to bring this issue to a vote, and we're going to rally our caucus around this, and we're going to just ignore it. They could have done that. They could have said that. And in fact, last week, Senator Durbin did in fact indicate that if the parliamentarian rejected Plan C, he would strongly consider obviously overruling that decision. Okay, and he's not the only one who came out and said, you know what, we're going to have to overrule this one. But they didn't say that in their joint statement, which I thought was kind of interesting. They didn't go there with the joint statement. So, you know, the issue about whether they're going to overrule her decision is still pretty much unclear. To me, at least, it's very unclear whether they're going to take such a strong step. And since this came out, friends, since this came out, and I see your comments coming in saying that they need to overrule this decision. Since this came out, other Democrats have said, you know, let's just go ahead and just, you know, the Senate needs to take stronger action and overrule this decision. They definitely have the ability and the power to do this. And there's precedence for it as well. This has happened before for other measures in the past, and the decision that the parliamentarian came out with has also been overruled. So this is disappointing news, and you know, I wanted to break this down for you this morning in a way that I think that you guys would appreciate. It's, you know, I think the next few days is really going to be telling, because, you know, there's this push to bring reconciliation to a vote before Christmas. At least that's Chuck Schumer's intent, although others are saying that is definitely not realistic. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done, okay, that needs to be done before they could bring this for a vote. So we'll see how they're going to progress. But in terms of immigration, if they're saying, well, we don't have Plan D right now, there is no Plan D, and we're going to pursue all other options, are all those other options, do those options include overruling her decision? That's really what I'd be interested in seeing. So friends, can comment below. I'm seeing some of your comments coming in on this live session. If you're watching the replay, obviously let me know your thoughts below. Share this video with other people. And again, the Senate parliamentarian rejected Plan C, the 5-year parole in place language that would allow people to work and travel freely, those who had entered the United States before January 1st, 2011. Okay, so I'm going to jump off now, and if anything changes during the course of this day or this weekend, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. Also follow me on Instagram at McBean Immigration Law, where I do a little bit more throughout the day about immigration and some other things that's happening at our law office. So be sure to follow me over at Instagram as well. And, you could also ask your questions on Instagram. I do responses via video and in my stories. So that's another great place to follow me in my stories. Guys, thank you so much for being with me this morning. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.